So, does anybody want to give us a quick recap of where we're at and what's going on?
We got attacked by a bounty hunter.
Mm-hmm.
Right when we were just kind of starting up our downtime. Then I guess we just did some hanging out of the city and kind of argued over our plan over how to best acquire the drugs to deliver, which name I forgot, but
Entropazine.
Entropazine. Yeah, we have to find some way to get that. So we decided on something. I can't quite remember how it was, and we at least
we went to the Guild of Engineers and said, do a job for you if you give us the equipment we need to process the raw chemicals to make entropazine. So...
Oh, yeah, and we're renting from them at some kind of discount the tools to refine it into the drug itself. And so we're just stealing or something the entropazine while... I don't know. We're doing some quick mission for the engineers too. Yeah, it's some rescue mission or some weird thing like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're gonna pay you 5 credits and let you borrow the equipment you need for a limited period of time in exchange for performing a rescue on one of their ships. Basically, they lost contact with it. It was carrying some important cargo related to a top secret project. They want you to rescue either the lead scientist, or if you can, get a sample of what they were transporting and bring it back. You know that there was a 51st Legion patrol ship sent to respond, and that they lost contact with that as well. You guys did your engagement roll. You're going to do... Your approach was infiltration, so you're making a quiet entrance, and your engagement roll was controlled, so you're going to start in a controlled position. If we want to just jump in, is there anything else anybody wants to discuss, or should we just jump in right there?
Who's Gorbin Drum?
What?
Gorbin Drum.
Gorbin Drum.
I wrote that name down. Med freighter, medium freighter, Gorbin Drum. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
No.
Was it we needed to rent out a ship or something in order to transport the entropazine?
Yeah, I think that was during one of the downtime things. And then I have
potentially, yeah.
We got a full manifest of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
There were like 12 people, like chief scientist, aides, and security.
Yep. That, and there was the 51st Legion patrol ship, so there's going to be more, plus whatever else happens to be there. It's a top secret mission, so not everything may have been on the manifest.
What 51st Legion patrol ship? Huh? Which 51st Legion patrol ship?
There was
a patrol ship that was sent and lost. We really don't know anything about it.
It's related to the mission that folks were hired to do that?
They were the first responders. They got the 51st Legion sent in a patrol vessel to try and fix the issue, but they lost contact with them as well.
That's not promising.
Yeah, no, not good. But this is a dangerous mission, so if that's it, let's jump in. So you make your approach out into effectively the middle of nowhere in the Iota system. The ship from the outside is a normal Guild of Engineers medium freighter that's designed to run with a skeleton crew. There's a smaller 51st Legion patrol vessel floating on station not too far away. It's not responding, not moving, and there's effectively no signs of life. You make your approach with the Cerberus. How are you guys getting onto the ship? Is the Cerberus going to dock directly? Are you taking a spacewalk?
Yeah, I think we said that we were going to try and go to one of like the non-conspicuous airlocks.
Okay.
And does the Cerberus have scanning equipment? Is that how we found out there were no signs of life, or?
Oh, sorry. When I mean no signs of life, I mean there's no signs of activity.
Gotcha.
Well,
I didn't. That's
not
what I
like
was
life
trying
signs.
And then is there scanning? Does the Cerberus have any like kind of like scanning equipment
Yep.
to see if there are life forms
Yep.
or anything alive?
Yeah, we could, if you want to, we can handle that as a free flashback once you guys effect your entry.
Gotcha.
So you pull up to a non-conspicuous airlock along the upper spine of the vessel between the two main cargo bays around the middle. You get a good seal. There's no outward noise. And you guys pop the hatch and get inside. And the ship itself is dark. You guys have been on ships that have been derelict for a while, and this one isn't like that. This has only been shut down for a while, but its power systems are off. Emergency lighting is there, but spotty, as in it's just out in some places or flickering ominously.
How's the air?
So you've got little things on your spacesuits that tell you how the air is before you take your masks off, and it's good. It's normal. There's no sign that pressure's been lost or there are contaminants. As you stake out your surroundings, figure out what's going on, you all feel the hairs on the back of your neck stand up, and peering out around the corner into the long hallway that runs most of the length of the ship, down near the aft end, you guys see a creature that is definitely not of entirely of material origin. It has an ethereal blue glow that makes it look like a way creature, but a lot of way creatures just look kind of globby and like they don't look very much like actual creatures. They're sort of like imitations of it that get a little hazy around the edges. This one seems like very sharp, very in focus, and it's got a long serpentine body with about 20 arms that it uses to walk around on that end in sharp points. And it has a pretty nasty looking fanged maw.
So instead of ghost fishies, this one's phantom snake or phantom centipede.
Yeah, sure.
Tyrion,
Can I do a study
mobile.
roll on it to see if there are any potential weak points for it?
Yeah, sure.
Or just all right.
Tyrion is having Vietnam War flashbacks to the ghost fish.
6 and a 4.
Nemo was everywhere.
Okay, yeah. So, the fact that it's more in focus probably means it's not going to just drift through matter the way like the ghost fish you saw did. It will probably it could probably push through a wall if it wanted to, but it and you notice it like doing that on some debris that's out in the hall this long hallway where you get a good look at it. It passes through some things a little bit, but it almost looks like it's slowing down to go through them. So it's not going to just swim through the walls the way
Its mobility
the
isn't
fish
super
did.
fast.
Doesn't see it.
And it seems more like material than.
That said, this motherfucker moves like it crawls pretty fast.
But to slow it down, if you get near walls or something, it could slow it down a bit.
Yeah, like closing doors would probably
Yeah.
at least buy you some time.
Is it crawling towards us?
Yes,
I was
it
gonna
is.
see
It
if-
is moving in your direction.
I was going to see if I could like commune with it to try to have like a handle animal attempt.
Okay. Are you
using the way.
Are you doing this in a way that would, like, so you're going to try to make direct contact with it? So you're sort of right now
Not
it's
physical
not
contact, but
right, but like making it aware of you. Like right now, it's not aware of you. It's
okay.
moving in your direction, but it's not aware of you.
I assumed that it saw us and it was coming towards us.
No,
I'm not
it
gonna
doesn't. It
alert
doesn't
it.
seem to have seen you. It is moving in your direction, though. So, what do you guys do?
Could we take that free flashback about the life form scan?
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
Oh, okay. So just upon our approach to the area, we can sweep around the freighter, and before, as we're kind of like scoping out an airlock to attach to, and just use scanning equipment to see if there are life forms on board. If we can see, and try to use like long range scanners to see if we can find anything about that 51st Legion ship too.
Sure. So go ahead and roll. Actually, no. You've got the two things in comms on the ship. I don't remember how this works exactly, and I don't want to waste time looking it up. So you've got 2 points in comms.
DMP up.
Roll 2 dice for this. This is going to be
Double force.
controlled regular effect. Double fours? Okay. So I'm going to say this is like a partial effect. You don't see any signs of any life signs on the 51st Legion ship. You do
okay.
You do spot a small cluster in the port cargo bay towards the aft end of the ship, and that's broadly the
Kinda like
direction
where-
that the creature's currently in. It was
Gotcha.
down at the aft end, moving forward.
All right. I can share that with share this out with the guys, and then
All right. So it is slowly scuttling in your direction. What do you guys do?
Trying to avoid it as best we can, right?
Well, so where exactly are we on the ship? It's just we went through an airlock, but were we going to go for that? Investigate that cargo area? That
Yeah, if you guys want. So
are we
currently
near there?
you're around a corner from a long hallway that runs most of the length of the ship. There are other ways, based on the schematics you've seen, there are other less direct ways to get around. But yes, you would know how to do that based on the schematics you had.
Is this creature going towards the way we want or the other way?
It's coming it's coming from the aft end of the ship, and you need to go to the aft end if you're gonna search this out. But if you plot a path that's sort of circuitous and slow, that would help you do that.
I think we do that.
Yeah,
Okay, let's just
Tyrion is
hide.
going to press himself into a nice little corner and try and hide from this thing.
Yeah, I agree. Let's hide.
So you guys want to let it go past before you move out?
Yes.
Okay.
We don't know.
Unless
if it has
Pax
possible.
says he wants to shoot it.
How does Pax feel about this?
Yeah, does Pax want to shoot it?
He's a bit mercurial. I'm curious how this is hitting him.
The fact that it's not moving like the things he's seen before sort of freaks him out and just wants to get away at the moment.
Yeah.
Just come.
So this sounds like
Spend as little time here as possible.
a group action for Skulk. If you guys are going to all hold position and try to hide, unless somebody's got a different action they want to use for it.
This would be the first time I'm actually using my single point in Skulk.
So this is controlled position, normal effect. If you guys want to do group action, somebody's got to be the leader of the group action who might end up taking some stress based on how people roll.
Does the leader not roll?
The leader
So-
rolls too. Everybody rolls, in fact.
Okay, I'll
It's
be the
more
leader.
just basically whoever is less stressed should probably be the leader to be on the safe side, right?
Yeah, I'll
Probably a
do
good
it.
strategy.
Okay.
I've got 4 stress right now.
I'm at 1. I'll take it. No big deal.
I got 4.
Okie dokie.
All right. So Cap's gonna lead the group action. Everybody roll skulk. Just remember, if you've got no points in skulk, you got to roll 2 dice and then take the worst one.
If you have 1 in Skulk, you just roll 1.
That's correct.
2.
Yep.
Two.
All right. 3. Wow. How did Lyndon do?
Yeah, I got a 1.
Jeez. All right.
There it is.
4 is our best roll.
All right. So
Yeah,
it's-
Pippin knocks the skeleton into the fucking well.
Fool of a took.
So actually, let's do one thing real quick, Mike. Because you missed a session or more, we're gonna treat that as you were lost in your vice.
Okay.
So just erase all your stress.
I am at 6 stress already, so I was gonna bring that up if you didn't. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Basically, if somebody has to miss a session, their character just doesn't take part. They don't get paid for the jobs, and they're treated as being off on a bender or what have you. In Lyndon's case, probably
A
following,
spiritual bender?
Yeah, a spiritual bender. Doing what a spirit told him.
Odie.
Yeah.
I saw my spirit animal, and we took a trip down by the river.
So
It was
Pax got a
Bernie Sanders.
4, and everybody else got a 1 through 3. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Cap's gonna take 4 stress.
Ouch.
That'll
be okay.
That's unfortunate.
Sorry, Falco.
It's a mixed success, so it you guys hide. There's boxes, there's a little alcove you can tuck in, you all hide, and as it's passing by, you see it sort of stop as it comes around the corner and like crane its neck in your direction, and like it doesn't make a sound other than the clicking of its bladed leg arm things tapping on the ground as it goes, but you can like feel it sniffing the air, and it smells that, and then suddenly its head jerks away down the hallway, and it takes off like a shot, going really fast.
Back towards the back.
No,
Yeah,
towards the front of the ship.
Okay.
But it
We
still
need to
doesn't
move
seem to
quickly.
take us, or
No,
is it like caught a scent or something?
So there's a consequence here, and I'm not telling you what the consequence is. But
Gotcha.
you succeeded in not being detected by it and
We
letting
can
it go
get
past
friends.
you.
We need to move quickly.
How close were we to where we came in?
You're almost on top of where you came in.
Okay.
Think of it like there was a hatch up in the ceiling and a ladder down, and the hatch was the airlock.
Okay.
I think the fastest way would be to go down the same hallway that thing was scuttling down. Just go in the direction where it came from, and then we'll end up in that cargo bay, and
Yep.
maybe we can find the thing that they were trying to transport, and we can get the hell out of here.
Yep. So,
Uh,
and remember also there is the lead scientist whose name was Espazan.
What, do we need a blood sample?
No, they want you to recover the lead scientist.
Oh, if he's okay, but we've basically determined he's dead because there was no.
There were a cluster of life forms. So
There's like a
actual-
little room of them.
Okay, and
So-
that was in the cargo hold.
You didn't detect anything. You know that your scanners aren't perfect if somebody's like hiding deep enough in the ship, like say trying to avoid being eaten by a horrific monster. They might put enough metal and plastic between you and them that you wouldn't pick them up on the scanners.
is there anything like is there along the bulkheads along this hallway? Are there like sections of the ship, or is there anything sort of like some sort of like emergency door system or manual, something that will like throw down doors or?
So this is a reasonably sized ship, so there's going to be emergency pressure doors that can drop if there's a hull breach. Normally that's automated and it will respond to a drop in pressure, but if you want to, you could try overriding those.
Is that more of a hack or more of a rig?
Depends on how you want to do it. I think rig is more appropriate here because it's a little more mechanical in nature.
So I'm going to find where I'm going to shoot it. That seems a little bit more mechanical.
All right, so you wanna close off the main hallway here from the fore and the
that's
aft.
forward of us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you could do that if you want.
Yeah, so I'll do that.
All right, so this sounds like a rig roll of the loud and brash type. Let's see. So this would be, because it's loud, I think it's going to make your position risky. And I mean, even if you weren't using a blaster, this is still a bulkhead slamming shut. So that would be risky, just in terms of the nature of what's going on here.
Okay, I'll push myself too.
What's that?
Do you want to,
I'll push myself too.
Chris? Are you trying to block off the door that it came from? Yeah, I wasn't.
Yeah, he's trying to close off the front of the ship and hopefully keep the creature there.
If we're going where the arrow is, I'm trying to throw the door down right there. So it
Is there? Do you want to have somebody post there and hold off there and just wait for comms?
It might be able to just go through the wall. Look at what we were dealing with. This might not. Setting up a barrier might not even work.
And if you alert it to our position, then it might just come down on us or somehow get through.
Yeah,
Or the other people on the ship could hear it and come.
Yeah, that thing can phase through objects, just takes a little bit. So it's not paying attention to us.
Let's be real. This is PAX. PAX wouldn't listen to any of us anyway.
Yeah, PAX is just going for it.
6, 5, and 1.
Okay. Yeah, so you succeed. You blast the control console in just the right spot, and the doors slam shut with a bang.
And he's going to start running down the hallway.
Oh, good. Thanks.
Okay, so you guys, do you follow at speed, or you let him scout ahead?
I dash with him because
I'm going to try to.
Don't want to be there if the creature decides to come back? Okay. So you guys speedily make... What's that, Chris?
That's 2 or 1 stress from pushing.
2 stress from pushing.
you're going to get us all killed.
Nice.
We say that every job. He almost gets us killed every job. What are you talking about?
For himself.
This cannon.
Yeah, so you make your way to the aft of the ship, and you get there, you hang I said port side, so you hang a right into one of the hangar bays, the cargo bays, and as you make your way in, a blaster shot is fired out from a concealed position and hits the doorway above you. And you hear somebody scream, "Stop! Stop right there!" What do you do?
Arian drops to the fucking ground. It's like, I'm stopping.
So it was as we were passing by a doorway, and then it just...
Well, as you went to enter the cargo bay where you saw the life signs.
There's somebody hiding in the cargo bay, essentially.
Right, I'm going to take cover, but enter the room.
Okay.
And pull up my blaster.
Tyrion is very, very, very scared because there's a fucking xenomorph phasing through walls, and someone just shot at his head. His nerves are very frayed, so he's just not gonna think. He's just gonna panic and fucking belly down on the floor, just hands up. No, please.
So what's in the cargo bay? It's just a bunch of boxes and stuff?
Yeah, a bunch of boxes for the most part. a couple of details jump out at you. The first is that you believe you found some of the 51st Legion. They're in a small defensive position behind some boxes. They're the ones that fired the shot and yelled the command. And not about 30 feet away, towards the fore of the ship, you see a strange container. It's like a squat cylinder with a handle in the middle, and it appears to be broken open, and there's a glowing blue material leaking out of it.
Ooh, we should shoot that.
Question: Am
Yeah.
I still concussed?
Were you able to shoot?
I really had level 1 and level 2. I don't remember if I'm
I
still.
think you cleared level 1, but not 2.
Yes, so you still have the level 2 harm there.
Okay, so I pushed myself for 3 dice, but I only should have rolled 2.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
We'll figure that out going forward. We'll just get it
Okay.
right next time. So yeah, you're still feeling the effects of that. I don't remember what did that to you. Oh, it was the fight with the bounty hunter.
Yeah, you got whacked.
Yeah, you took
Did you
took
clear
a
the level 1 harm or the level 2 harm?
The level 1 because it's not on my sheet anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, any recovery roll automatically clears all level 1 harm, but the level 2 harm and the level 3 harm, you have to fill up the clock before that gets cleared.
Right, I remember that.
Huh.
It's been a week.
Yeah. So
Lyndon will hide outside of the room. I'm not gonna go in the room.
I think same for Emmett.
Aren't you goody goodies with the 51st Legion? All minus 1.
Yeah. None of us are good with him.
yeah.
And Emmett had the enemy amongst them. We were posing as the 51st Legion,
Yeah.
and then our uniform spontaneously combusted after that mission.
Yeah. Well, your credentials that were attached to the uniforms were
I'm
no
being
longer
funny,
good. Yeah. So
Asshole. You're like, Mike, you fucking guy.
yeah, so everybody variably takes cover, hides outside the door, drops to their knees, and prostrates themselves. You notice one of the Legion guys, he pushes the blaster rifle away from the guy who's firing and says, "Hold your fire, hold your fire. Who are you people? What are you doing here?"
He just lifts up. We're here to rescue you.
Yeah. General Kenobi sent me.
Can I get up now?
He looks at his men. Stand down, stand down. All right, come here. Let's talk.
Well,
Just keep your voices down. There is some kind of way creature on this ship. It has killed most of our men. It left the ship, went over to our patrol vessel, killed everyone on it, or we think it's killed everyone on it because we've had no comms contact with them, and now it's back.
How did you guys get here?
Did what now?
It's a way creature. Laws of physics are kind of soft on those guys.
I just grabbed Pax and said, "It left the ship."
We
Your
scanned.
door plan is not going to work.
I hate the way so much.
It is the way.
Pax looks at the,
Not tonight, it isn't.
I'll let him
Pax
know that
looks
we
at the
scanned his
container.
ship.
Is it- What's glowing?
He's a little shaken by that question. Then he realized, oh yeah, it's something to do with the cargo the Guild of Engineers were carrying. We weren't briefed on what it was. I assume you were, if you're here at their behest, but we have no idea. We've been staying away from it.
Who opened it? Did you open it?
We did not. We found it that way.
It looks like it's been broken out of, doesn't it?
I don't know. It's got glowing goop. It's leaking. I'm not a scientist, but I know enough to stay the fuck away from shit like that.
Are there any more of you on board that are alive? Or is it just you small group?
Possibly, but I know we lost at least 4. I saw at least 4 of our men go down.
Were there any others on the ship when you boarded?
There were a few crew, but they're scattered all over in more ways than one. I don't know that any of the crew are left alive. We've heard some spontaneous radio transmissions, but we haven't been able to make any sense of them.
Have you been able to figure out where the transitions have been coming from, like the source of them?
It's somewhere near the front of the ship, but we don't know exactly. Probably not the bridge. If it were the bridge, they could just use the intercom system for the ship, or at least use the ship's communications equipment. You would think, assuming it's not all torn to shreds. We never even made it to the bridge.
Well, that is where we saw the creature heading, so I don't think we want to go there.
No, certainly not. So, you have a ship? You could get us off of here?
Yes, but we are contracted to the Guild of Engineers, and our job was to retrieve an item and a person. We would be more than happy to take you lot along to help you survive, but we really need to find our contract.
And this isn't a charity mission.
What he said.
He sort of darkens a bit at that last part. At this point, we're all in this together, so we can work
You were
together.
the one who initiated. You were the one who initiated fire at us, actually.
You'll have to forgive my men. We've been stuck on this vessel for 36 hours now with that thing. They're a little jumpy. Now, maybe if you're not polite enough, they'll get a little jumpier.
I'm sorry. Is that encouragement for us to rescue you?
Pardon my friend, he's been on a bender for the past few days. He is not particularly, what's the word? Happy to be conscious right now. So, it would be fantastic if we could work together in this venture and all come out of this alive. So, shall we go find this Guild of Engineers fellow?
So that container with the blue stuff, that's the container we're looking for, right?
Yes, so there was one of the schematics you got described a container like that.
So this thing is leaking, you're saying?
Yes, the one you're seeing here is leaking.
Is there another...
If you guys want to spend some time searching the cargo hold, you might find one.
I will do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll look around too.
I can go to the leaking container and just try to figure out if I can understand like what contained that. If we can figure out like what contained that and kept that thing in the container, that might be helpful to figure out what we could do to trap it.
About how big was it again?
Not big. So like a cylinder about this wide in diameter and like this tall.
Okay, so it is very possible that that thing that's roaming the halls did not come out of there. So I have seen enough movies and read enough novels to know that if it didn't come out of there, then something might have went touchy and turned into Mr. Angry Bug. So I suggest that everybody don't touch it. Just putting that out there.
Okay.
Very unfortunate if one of you turned into a bug.
So a few people said that they had things they wanted to do. Who else wanted to take an action here?
I was going to help Chris search.
Okay.
I was going to search as well.
So if you're both searching, the easiest way to do that would be one searches, the other assists.
What role would it be?
Off the top of my head, study, but if you can make a case for using a different skill, that's fine too.
I have 2 in steady, Chris. What do you have?
I will assist you.
Okay.
Arian's just gonna keep an eye out for Mr. Glowbug.
All right, so Pax, mark a stress and tell us how you're assisting, and then Emmett can make the roll.
I think I'm going to push myself on this too, because obviously this is our objective, so I want to make sure we actually get it.
Yep.
So I'm just looking for similar containers or something that could be used to contain the stuff that's in there.
So you're looking around to try and find an intact container, yeah?
Yep.
All right. So go ahead and make the roll.
5, 4, 3.
So-
All right. So that's a mixed success.
How does this work being concussed?
You'll roll one less die when you take.
So I don't have 0 in study. So that means I
Oh,
roll 2.
you're assisting, so you're giving Emmett one extra die.
So he still gets the extra die.
You just take
Yes.
some stress.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Your harm doesn't come into effect here.
Okay.
So you got a 5. That was the best result. So you search around the cargo bay. There's a lot of boxes there, a lot of containers, and of course none of them are marked or what they're marked with like barcodes and code numbers, so you can't make sense of any of it. You end up having to open quite a few containers before you find another container like the broken open one that you saw earlier. You get what you were looking for. The consequence here, though, is I think you're controlled, but the 51st Legion guys are getting twitchy. They don't want to stick around here. They know that there's a ship, and they could get out of here if they could get to it. So you hear a couple of them muttering to each other, "What the fuck are we waiting for? Let's just go take their ship and go."
I'm gonna tell him can't fly my ship without me.
Maybe I'll
Now they're
sway
going
with
to
them.
take you hostage.
That's fine. I got 51st Legion escorting me off the ship. I'm fine with that.
Did anybody want to do anything else? Talk to the Legion, examine
I think while they're looking around, I was mostly standing guard, but I think what I was really doing was trying to ease the 51st Legion, kind of chat with them, probably get some information more subtly, really, but maybe try to help them ease the tension while we're trying to
You
accomplish.
should throw it in there that we've already taken care of a couple wave creatures as well too. Maybe that'll ease their mind.
No, just part of being a drug dealer.
the exciting life.
Yeah.
So this sounds like a consort roll. Does that
I was
sound right to
thinking
you?
sway. Is that okay?
Okay, so you're actively
Swaying
trying
with-
to convince
trying to
them
be
of something.
charming.
So you're trying to convince them that of what exactly? That they don't need to take your ship, that you'll help them.
Yeah, that everything's gonna be all right. They're in good hands with us, and they just gotta, we're just doing our part, and if they can, just help by just continuing to hold the fort just a little longer while we accomplish our mission, we'll be in
Okay,
good shape. And
sounds
once I
good.
ease them, I'm trying to also get some information out of them, like where they came from, what's going on, where they're from.
Okay.
So I'm trying to be charming,
Yeah.
change their attitude.
I'll tell him our friend Emmett over here makes really great cookies.
So does anybody want to assist with this?
They're to die for.
Or
Literally.
Yeah, I'll assist as well.
okay, Tyrion's going to assist. So Doug, take an extra die on this.
That's a 3d6. 6, 3, 4.
All right. Yeah. So you succeed. You succeed. You manage to calm them down. You remind them, we're not going to leave you behind. You don't need to kill us and take our ship.
It's okay, sugar britches.
Yeah. So you calm them down some.
The way Tyrion assists, he gives just a supportive back rub on like Lieutenant's back.
Yeah. The I guess it'd be a sergeant leading the squad, but he's a little off put at first, but then he's like, oh yeah, I am carrying a lot of tension in my shoulders.
Lower.
Or like whatever sad corporal was just like trigger finger and just like, it's okay, buddy. Everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah, so they're calmed down. They mentioned that they're out of a Legion patrol base around Indri, and that they were just out in the area and happened to get this call to assist a vessel that had gone dark, and they had no fucking idea what they were getting into, and they don't give a shit about the ship, about the crew. They just want to get out of here alive. So you've got the sample that you were after. The 51st Legion are here, but eager to move out and get off the ship. Although they're calm for now, so basically working with them's going to be at a controlled position.
Ooh, Sergeant,
Yeah,
did you try shooting at this thing?
we put a lot of shots into it, and it
Did they
Like-
go through?
Yeah, it didn't seem to slow it down very much.
didn't slow it down. Like, it seemed to do something. Like, it obviously didn't like it. So it was having some effect, but not enough to stop it from eviscerating Corporal Burns. Jesus Christ, that's an image I'm never going to get out of my head.
Noted. Blaster bolts mildly inconvenience it. Gotcha.
Yeah, mild inconvenience. That's a good description of their effectiveness.
Okay, blaster bolt's just gonna get buckled back in there. That's not gonna do shit.
So, what do you guys want to do from here? There's still the lead scientist to find. Do you want to cut and run? Do you want to?
go with the hallway continue towards the aft section, or
Chris, when you stepped away, they said that they had some radio transmissions that seemed like they were coming from the front of the ship. Shit. But we couldn't figure out what. You know, they just said they didn't know what
Is there
it
a
was.
communications room like there is in Among Us that we can go there and then
Connect
maybe
wires until somebody
broadcast to
murders you?
No, and like broadcast to the ship, and or maybe find some cameras if there's like, and maybe see where other people are.
So a lot of those functions would have been consolidated into the bridge because a ship like this is designed to be run by a skeleton crew. But I mean, there's equipment all throughout the ship. If you're able to either rig or hack it properly, probably hack is more appropriate. Potentially,
that.
you could gain access to stuff.
Interesting. I can probably work that out.
Okay.
If there's a computer in the where are we? Like the cargo hold?
Yeah, you're
Is
you're in the port cargo hold. There's one on either
Yeah.
side of the ship.
So maybe it's a good idea. I can, if there's a computer there, I can try to get access to some map of the ship that might show what activity in different rooms, and that could maybe tell us,
Okay.
you know,
So
where some survivors exactly.
There's a wall-mounted terminal. It's mainly for environmental controls and like opening and closing the cargo bay door and that sort of thing. But you figure if you can,
It's hardwired to the network.
yeah, it's hardwired to the network. So theoretically, you could get in there from there. It will just
Yeah.
take some finagling. So
I'm gonna finagle it. I think I
Alright.
can do it.
yeah, you've got your hacker's tools. So this is definitely something you could accomplish. This is going to be. Well, we're still in a controlled position, normal effect.
Okay. So I'm just gonna do regular. So I'm just gonna roll a 2.
Okay.
2d6.
And what skill is it?
Hack.
I don't. Here, I can see if I have. I don't think I have any. But no, I don't. I would assist
You
otherwise.
don't need anything.
Yeah,
to
you don't
assist.
actually need any skills to assist with something. You just have to say how you're helping.
All right then.
like, oh,
I can-
there's a computer terminal over there.
Yeah,
I can,
I can hold
help
the
me
flashlight.
help me find the place. Yeah, hold
I
the
can hold the
flashlight.
flashlight. Yeah, I can.
See, Dad, I'm helping.
I can read the manual as you.
But like holding the flashlight for your dad, it's really stressful. So take a point of stress for helping.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
I mean, he's already pissed that this car battery is not going in, right?
All right, 3d6 then.
Okay.
Here we go.
Memories.
116. Ooh.
All right. Yeah. Full
very
success. So
Thank you.
you managed to jury rig the wall-mounted
Nice.
computer
That
there.
flashlight.
Yeah, you tap into the communications monitoring system for the ship, remotely access that function, which is normally only accessible from the bridge. you go through a history of received comm chatter, and there is a small hand communicator that has been activated several times for just short bursts, no actual voice transmitted, but it's in the same place. There is the galley up near the front of the ship, not too far back from the bridge. There's consistently a transmission coming out of somewhere in the galley.
Is there? Can you bring up a schematic of this thing on your terminal?
Yeah, I should be able to do that.
Yep.
So is there a way to access that through the door that I dropped?
Yeah, so there's other ways to get around that door. Normally, if there were like, there's multiple ways through the ship. That central hallway is just the fastest way to get around. Like you can go through, like if you keep going forward in this cargo bay, there's multiple sealed compartments, but you'll eventually make your way to the front of the ship past that dropped door.
Okay.
Who's on the move for cafeteria food? You're fucking kidding me.
I am.
All right, so you guys want to move out?
Yeah, I think we should just have a look at the map real quick and then just take the most direct route straight to the kitchen, the galley or whatever.
I also think we should have somebody behind the 51st Legion, like one of us, just to make sure they don't try and.
That was going to be my
something from
next
behind.
question. What do you guys want to do about the 51st Legion? Because they hear you talking about going to the front of the ship, away from their comfortable defensive position and not to your own ship, and they don't like this plan. They say, we should be getting out of here. There's nobody left alive. There's no way anybody could have been left alive. It's a miracle we're alive, and I don't want to waste that miracle. We need to get out of here.
And get them to come with us.
You need to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you guys have held down here for 36 hours. You seem like capable of defending yourselves. Those were our original terms, that we need to find the whereabouts of this one person. We shouldn't be long. We'll be back.
All right.
I do have a question for you, Sergeant.
Yes.
Your ship,
Yeah.
is it like broken?
I don't know.
Okay, so
We could drop you there.
yeah, we could taxi you back over there.
After we find, who we're looking for.
I don't know how to fly the ship. None of my squad mates do. We're bang meatheads,
Okay, so what we are hearing is none of you know how to fly a ship.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, good. And I just kind of step aside. We've established that they cannot steal our ship now. I'm feeling very comfortable now.
Yeah.
Also, we have another ship. If we can figure out a way to take it with us.
The 51st Legion.
You're the only pilot, though.
Are you talking about
Let's continue this conversation outside of the room.
Yeah, because you're talking about maybe taking the 51st Legion guys along to steal their ship.
Yeah.
Or maybe just
I just said we stepped out of earshot.
stealing their ship.
Of course we would bring them too. Yeah.
We can just ditch them here, steal their ship.
We can start a pirate crew.
It's not like we're enemies with them or anything.
We never saw them. They're gonna die here. We can just leave, and it's not like anybody's gonna find out.
Yeah,
No.
I was just being sarcastic. Yeah.
All right.
No, I'm just
So, if you guys want to get them to do something in particular, we'll need some kind of roll to get them to do that. Otherwise, they're going to either hold position or try to find your ship to do that as the whim strikes them.
Okay, so I will go over and just be like, man, gather around. Let's little powwow, huddle.
They lean in before they even realize they're doing it. They're real tired, man.
And I'm gonna give them a nice little confidence boosting speech. if you will forgive me if it doesn't come to me immediately. It's like,
You don't have to role play every little thing. That's okay.
yeah,
It's
been
Friday.
long.
We're tired, guys.
So, man, you are part of the 51st Legion, the strongest fighting force in this sector. You will defend and you will survive. You all are the Legion. And I hand like my ivory handle blaster to the sergeant and say, "You will survive." Because obviously I'm not gonna fucking need it.
Why would
Until
I
you-
shoot this thing? That thing
Tyrion-
would just enrage it.
If Tyrion sees this thing barreling towards him, his first thought isn't going to be go pew pew. No, it's going to shit pants and run.
Okay. So, what do you want them to do? Aside from feel better about themselves.
Will feel better about themselves and hold position.
Okay. So you want them to hold position until you contact them or come for them or whatever.
Yeah,
All right.
just like circle. I'll say that we'll circle back around for them and then bring them along because nobody should have to die to this ghost centipede.
Okay. So, it sounds like sway, but
Yeah, sir.
all right. Controlled position, normal effect.
That's 3. That's a 3. That's a 5.
Okay.
No 6s.
No ones though.
No 1s.
The sergeant starts nodding his head and he goes, "Okay, we can keep holding position. Just don't leave us behind."
I swear to you on the honor of my house, you will not die here.
As you're walking away from them, though, you hear one of the men whisper to the sergeant, "Sergeant, I think I've seen these guys before."
Shit.
May I expend my special armor?
You may expend your special armor.
Fucking thank God. Oh my God. As soon as you said that, my butthole just clenched.
Yeah, you expend your special armor, and the guy thought he recognized you, but you just charmed his pants off, so he forgot.
That's a trick of the light.
Yeah, yeah,
Have that face, have that kind of face, yeah.
yeah. You just look a certain way when you're illuminated by strobing red emergency lights.
You probably saw me at Club Sasha.
Okay, so you guys make your way through the cargo holds to the forward end of the ship, and you get all the way as far forward as you can through the cargo bays, and then you're gonna jump back out into the hallways to cross over to where the galley is, because that's on the starboard side and you're on the port side. As you come out, you hear the tapping of the claws of the creature moving somewhere. You just can't see where. It's not so loud that you think it's right on top of you, but it's there somewhere. What do you guys do?
Butthole reclenched. Walking quietly.
Let's just run for it.
A run, or there are places around that we can take cover to see which direction it's headed again. The run,
So
it's going to hear us.
there's a bunch of debris around. You notice that in the hallways closer to the bridge, there's, random blood stains on the walls. There's a leg over by the corner there. This looks like where the creature did most of its work on the ship.
We should not be there.
You can you can try to find a hiding place if you want. I'm sure you'd be able to. What are you guys trying to? I assume you're trying to get to the galley. How do you guys want to do that, or do you guys want to do something else first?
Is there a way to go outside of the ship and come back in?
It can go outside of the ship, so that's just even more dangerous.
Theoretically, if you wanted to, yeah. Did you guys bring your spacesuits on this?
I did not.
Sure.
Is it included in your load? I mean.
Oh, I
Mine
haven't
is
changed
not.
my look for any of these, but
I didn't prep my.
So okay, probably not.
Okay.
Just don't exhale.
Yeah, right.
No. Yeah,
Oh,
you'll take level 4 harm from it, but it's okay.
That's
Oh no, trust me. You will freeze, boil, burn,
Yeah.
and implode all at the same time. It's lovely. Spacious, amazing.
Yeah. It's terrifying. Theoretically, yes. Like, if you wanted to try and find spacesuits, and then you could track back to one of the cargo bays and go out the cargo bay doors, and then you could come out around. Theoretically, that could get you around the creature's position.
I think we just need to walk really quick
Okay.
because I don't know how this thing's senses work.
yeah.
Because, like, in theory, if we did the whole spacewalk thing, then we obviously wouldn't make any noise, and if we just avoided windows, then it wouldn't see us. But I don't know if this thing has like sort of ESP sniffy through walls senses. So
Would it be possible to commune with a way to figure out like what this is? Like,
Yeah.
you know? Okay.
Yeah.
yeah,
Definitely.
it's like, Space Dad, is this your homeboy over here?
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah, you could attune to try and learn more about the creature.
All right. And then I'll get just a straight 2 roll unless anybody wants to assist.
here.
How much is it 2 stress to push yourself for 1 more die?
Yes.
I'll do that then. So, okay, so 3d6 then.
Mm-hmm.
3, 6, 5. Well, you saw it.
3, 6, 5.
Nice.
Yeah.
Tell me what it is.
So
All right.
you sort of reach out and feel the creature. Is that what you're doing? Try to to figure out what it is. Yeah. Try to
Yeah.
psychic belly rubs.
Yes.
Belly rub.
Yeah, we're not doing that. So it seems very focused. Like it's hunting, but it's not hungry. Like all that it exists for is hunting. And that it's just trying to find anything. It doesn't want to be here. It was called here. And it wants to get away, but it can't. And it's just really angry about this, so it's just killing anything it can get its hands on.
Can I intimate to it where the 51st Legion guys are? Can I like pass along that?
Bro.
Huge.
I will allow that if you make another roll that's in a desperate position, but it will be a great effect.
I'll hold off on that. I'll if I get the impression that, you know, like if that needs to be done, that's a possibility that could happen. And
Or potentially in more, dire nature. Like if they're trying to eat us, well, hey, we'll offer you this free meal if you leave us alone.
Like,
Yeah.
Pax just, opens up this, his coat, and he says, "If you need some help communing, got some stuff for you."
Okay, so you also have a broad picture of where it is. You can't say for certain, but you think it's in the bridge. So this would increase your effect on, say, trying to sneak and move around it for the next
did I
roll
get a
you do.
sense about like if it smells or sees or has some other like perceptive or some other way of like perception, like
You
I get any
got
kind
the
of sense?
sense that it feels other life forms. It's not like hearing or seeing. It's feeling them, and it's not super long range, but like it could potentially see through
walls and
small
stuff like
obstacles. Yeah.
Gotcha. I'll relay that last bit to these guys.
Did we do? Does it have teeth? Like, do we know how it actually like rips apart its prey, so to speak?
Well, it's got those long pointed legs. It's got
Yeah.
like 20 of those.
Probably those.
It had a head, but all it had was like a bunch of eyes. There was no mouth.
Okay. No mouth. Okay.
It's gross. Yeah, so let's head towards the galley then. See what's up.
Okay. Is this going to be like a sneak, or I'm sorry, a skulk?
I think it matters, right? Because it's not like it's going to hear us. It just, as long as we stay away from the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's walk into the galley.
It was established that it don't got ear holes, right? It just feels.
Yeah.
And sees too, unless those eyes are sensory organs for life form feeling.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you're able to get to the galley, but you find that the door there is closed and jammed.
I'm gonna.
Is there a terminal?
No, I'm gonna knock on it and say, "Hey, we're here for you. Let us in. We'll get you out."
You don't hear any response back.
Is there a terminal near the door?
You could find one. It might take a little time to find one and then slave it to your needs if you want to hack
Is there
it.
like a vent system I can crawl through and get to there? Or?
Persuade the door to open.
The door is a poor conversationalist. So for vents, yeah, there are some vents that they're not really meant for a person to go through, but with a little, mechanical persuasion, you could get them to be large enough to allow a person to go through
I'll
to
try
get
that.
in. So this would probably be a rig to jimmy a vent open and get through.
Okay.
Tyrion's going to do nothing.
And I'll push myself to get 2 dice.
Okay.
5 and a 1.
All right, 5. So you succeed, you get it open, but it takes more time than you initially thought it was going to. And as you're getting it open, you hear the tapping of the creature's legs getting closer to your position.
Emmett's gonna walk up to the. Can we see in the door now? Like, is there enough room to poke your head in and see, or is it still
Well,
closed just enough?
You gotta. Well, this is a vent he was opening.
Oh, vent. Okay.
I'm going to try to get in the vent.
I'm sorry. Say again, Chris.
I'm going to try to crawl in the vent.
Okay, yeah, you can get through.
Okay.
That was what you succeeded in getting it open enough that people can get in. So everybody could go in if you wanted, or you could stay out in the hallway.
Okay.
I do not want to stay out in the hallway.
I think with a clackety clack, I think we probably all want to go in.
Pretty like bug come to attack.
Yeah, right.
All right, so everybody's going in. You go on in. With the creature getting closer, that just changes the position for most of our rolls here to risky by default rather than controlled. So now that you're in the galley, you guys can look around a bit. I don't think you... No. Okay, so you're in the galley. There's a lot of equipment and... refrigerators, some stoves, a bunch of storage equipment. Hi, Jess.
Oh.
And what do you guys want to do to explore the area?
think we're going to try and see if there's anybody in there, first of all.
Okay.
Tyrion's going to choose to stay in the middle of the room, away from all the walls.
Okay.
I want to try to find that communicator that was kind of setting off that message that I found when I was hacking the terminal earlier.
All right. Emmett, you spoke first, so do you want to study to try and find a hiding place?
Yeah, try and find a good hiding space and then go check it.
Okay. Did anybody want to assist him?
I'll see what other people are doing, but I could be a maybe.
If that doesn't work, Doug was going to try to track down the communicator transmissions now that you're close. So that's a different option.
I'll take a look at the door and see why it was jammed up. If it was like something that was done on purpose.
Yeah, so there was a refrigerator that was knocked over in such a way that it pressed up against the door handle and prevented the doors they don't open in and out, they slide into the frame, and this prevented it from sliding at all.
Gotcha.
This probably means there's more than one person. It takes more than one person to move big refrigerator.
It's not that big a refrigerator.
It takes a muscly individual, but not
Maybe.
Say, like, we're here to help you. Please come out.
Who gave us the job? Is there
Guild of
a name?
Engineers.
Guild of Engineers, the name of the doctor, if we can call his name.
It is
Giles. No,
Espazan.
Esposito.
Dr. Espazan.
So you don't hear anything right away. Emmett, did you want to make your roll?
Yeah, I'll make a roll. 5 and a 6.
All right, yeah. So you notice that there's lots of cabinets and other things that a person could hide in, but you don't think they're in any of those. You do notice that one of the cabinets is a little off kilter though, and when you look closer, you notice that there is a space behind it where it had been moved out of the way to allow a person in. And huddled in this small little alcove is a person you've seen the picture of. It's Dr. Espazan, and she is terrified of you and completely insensible. She's like keeps opening her mouth as if she's going to scream, but then decides not to. And she is not in a good way right now. She is not being rational.
And
I'm gonna walk up to her and just reach into my pocket and shove my hand down her throat.
So, you're reach into your pocket and shove your hand down her throat?
He's drugging her.
I'm dragging her.
it's not, no.
Okay. That sounds like a scrap roll.
Okay.
You can use a different action if you think that's appropriate.
Scrap works.
All right, so this will be risky normal effect.
2.
2.
Just what they taught us in med school. You find a girl in shock, give her drugs. How, they asked? Shove it down her throat.
Same versus Dr. Huxtable.
So she sees you coming in towards her, and like as you're about to put your hand in her mouth with the drugs, she recoils back, starts flailing all her limbs, screaming at the top of her lungs. She kicks out and knocks over the cabinet, and it comes smashing down with a huge crash. And she scrambles to get away out into the middle of the room, wheeling around like a wild animal.
Okay.
Since Tyrion's already in the middle of the room, he's just like, hello,
Right,
dear. I'm going to
so-
rescue you.
Just real quick. So, Pax, did you actually take the drugs there?
Yeah, if she doesn't mind, I'll have it.
Okay. Take level 1 harm high.
Okay.
Well, it's not going to kick in immediately, is it?
Well,
No, that was
by
pretty
the time
sharp,
he's got to make another roll here.
mean, assuming he was trying to give her the drugs to knock her out, so.
It's a nice sedative. He's going to get his relax on. Maybe a little too relaxed.
Level 1 arm laxatives.
Yeah, they were suppositories. You were putting them in there.
So she's still flailing and screaming in the middle of the room?
Yes.
I think Emma would walk up, like, calmly and just say, "Excuse me, ma'am, we were actually sent here to rescue you from the Guild of Engineers. Our job explicitly was to get you off this ship. We mean you no harm. I apologize for the goof over there. It's quite a moron, if I could say so myself, but we were just trying to calm you down because you're a bit, I don't know, loud, and there's a giant creature outside that's trying to eat us all. So we ask you to be a little quieter. We are not here to harm you. We're here to rescue you."
Okay. Risky normal effect. This sounds like a doctor roll because you're trying to comfort her and calm her.
So they're not therapists.
I will assist on this.
Okay. Take a point of stress. Matt, take an extra die.
Yeah. Tyrion's just gonna try and be as disarming as possible in this case.
I'm tempted to push myself on this one too, but that's going to put me at 8 stress.
Yeah, maybe not.
You gotta keep in mind, we also have to run like hell.
You guys
after-
have 2 gambits that you haven't touched yet either.
Should we use one here? Like, we really need her to calm down. If we're going to get her out of here, she needs to be able to, like...
Yes.
function. Yeah.
Anyone opposed to me using a gambit here?
I'll use it.
Go ahead.
Okay. 46. Oh, thank God. 1461.
Okay, yeah. She hears you, like she locks eyes with you, and her breathing calms to the point where she's a little more sensible, and she
More
says,
supportive back rubbing.
"Yes, you were sent by the guild.
We were, yes.
We have to get out of here, but we need a sample. Do you have a sample?"
Sample,
Of the blue glowy stuff.
Be more specific.
and we can describe.
Yes,
okay.
the
We have the
cylindrical
container.
cans. Okay, she
Yes.
sees the container and she says, "Yes, okay, excellent. Let's get out of here right now."
Let's go.
All right, so as you guys emerge out into the hallway through the vent that you opened, or alternately, you could go out the door if you wanted to move the refrigerator, but you get back out. You get back out in the hallway.
Can I have a detonator?
Mm-hmm.
Can I leave that here and then hit it from later on if it turns out the thing's following us or something, or maybe to distract it right as we're leaving to...
So you want to use it to create a distraction.
Yes, arm it, get it ready, and then I would imagine it's a remote detonator, and I can just click it when the...
It's high tech holy hand grenade of Antioch.
I will
Just to
say,
kind of
yes, you could do that. It would be of a limited effect because the creature's more interested in living creatures than like noise and racket and such.
Do a flashback for like a fucking, a
Triple.
mini nuclear warhead.
Well, we don't need to destroy the ship. We just need to get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Why don't we destroy the ship too? So you can do a flashback for things other than what you have brought with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
A way creature disabling device.
Hey.
Yeah.
Are we at a spot where we're close to do like a break for drinks and whatnot?
Yeah, we're sort of in the home stretch on this one, so let's take a 5-minute break. I could definitely stand to wet my whistle. Okay, so if we're all ready, we'll jump right back in. You guys head out into the hallway to make your way back to the ship, and as you're doing so, you catch sight of the creature coming down the hallway towards you. It seems to notice you as it picks up speed and starts moving in your direction. What do you do?
Fucking run.
I can try to I mean, if it already sees us, I can try to,
Now's the time to commune.
try to like commune with it and try to like maybe turn it back to the 51st Legion or something like that. I don't know. We'll see what.
Okay.
That's a
So
good idea.
you're gonna attune for this, I take it. If you wanna try and stop to sick it on the 51st Legion instead, this will be a desperate roll, but it will be great effect.
I'm going to assist.
Okay. Do you guys care if I use the last gambit?
I think you
Please.
should use it.
Right? Absolutely.
Question.
Yep,
We have an acquire asset.
we do.
Is there some sort of like way crucifix that could aid Mr. Man here in his
Like a communicator or a.
So you're talking about, can we get him something that will help him communicate with a way creature?
Yeah.
yeah, like
Some sort of,
rosary
like,
beads on a crucifix? Just turn
Some-
back, demon.
like Star Trek device that attaches to a temple that amplifies his,
Okay.
something.
So let's say you do a flashback for this. I think that's specific enough. I'm going to ask you to take 2 stress for that flashback. You could then, well, before you mark it off, you can then do your acquire asset. I think an asset like this is going to be, I'm going to say tier 3. So depending on how you roll, it might cost you a little bit of cred. And what it would do is, I'd say it, because this is so specific and it's not doing it for you, it's giving you a better chance. I'd say it's going to give Mike an extra die on this, and it's going to increase the effect further still. So above greater effect. So do you want to do a flashback for this thing?
Yeah.
Psi emitter. Bring it back to Star Trek or Star. What was it? Starcraft rather. Psi emitter. Starcraft.
Yeah, it's StarCraft. Control
Stress,
Stark.
cred,
Maybe
For an extra
cred. Maybe cred.
2 stress, maybe cred, extra die.
Extra die and extra effect.
Do it.
Or be eaten by a way creature.
I cannot afford to have another stress.
Oh.
Okay.
I am now at 8.
Oh, yeah.
Is that 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes.
No,
that's
you
8.
cannot have to afford to have any more stress. This will straight up go to a trauma.
Yeah, because I already fucked that up for us last time.
So, Mike, do you just want to proceed with this? You're
Oh,
using
he's
the
saying that he
gambit.
can't do that.
Yeah, he's saying he
Okay.
can't do it. Yeah.
Well, no. I have one more. So after doing this, I already marked off the 2 stress. So
Okay.
we're going ahead and doing this. But I
Oh, okay.
cannot
Do
take
anything
another.
else.
Okay, but you are going through with it. Okay. So
Yes.
make your acquire asset roll. Your ship's tier 1, so roll 1 die.
Here we go.
Survey says
1.
Doesn't look like a good one.
6.
6?
Nice.
6.
6.
All right, so that's going to add 2 to your tier in terms of telling you what you get. So this costs you no cred. Tell us about what you did to get this thing, and what is it?
Well, before we left the Mendicant's temple, Tyrion, being the paranoid bastard he is of Ghost's Fist, and he just has that lingering fear in the back of his head all the fucking time. He's just... He goes to bed at night having nightmares of those. So he's going around to every single mendicant just being like, "Excuse me, do you have a crucifix or some rosary beads I can have? Excuse me? Excuse me?" And then he finally goes up to one and says, "Yes, hi. I need something that will make way creatures go away.
Could I blow you
And
for that?
I just, I just don't shut up about how terrified I am, and they're just like, okay, I might have something for you.
Do you want to describe the thing, or do you want me to describe the thing? Because I got an idea if you don't have anything.
Go for it. If you've got an idea, it's better than me pulling something out of my ass.
Yeah, so the planet of Voss is famous for its crystals that are sort of way attuned or way active in a way. And this guy had a chunk of Vossian crystal that had been painstakingly carved with kind of like scrimshaw almost, except in a crystal, with all sorts of symbols of the mendicant order of helping one attune with the way, sort of like a prayer wheel almost, carved into this crystal. And you managed to convince him to part with it for a very reasonable fee that you can cover with your... What's that?
A blowjob.
So you blow this this mendicant.
Without pausing. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, he hasn't
we'll go
taken a
there.
bath recently, so it's not pleasant.
Oh, no.
But you get the thing. For no credit. No word on what the cost was to your self-esteem, but you get it.
How many trauma is that worth?
And you end up tossing it to Lyndon right before he...
Tyrion's like Captain Jack Harkness. He goes in all directions.
So, Mike.
Why does this smell like a dirty hobo?
Don't want to ask.
So, Mike, you've got this fancy focus in your hand that you can channel your spooky energies through, and Pax, you're assisting, you said?
Yes.
All right, so mark a stress there. How are you assisting?
Well, I have one in whatchamacallit.
Attune.
Okay, so you're
magic.
gonna try and...
No, I'm gonna do what I did before. It's like trying to attune with the way, just sort of like Adam while he's doing his thing. I'm just gonna be like, get really into it.
Yeah, with the crazy eyes.
Yeah, crazy eyes.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely helping Lyndon with his roll. All right, so Lyndon, you got +2 to this.
So
that shit
No,
just-
you were doing the gambit, so you've got
the
+3 to your attune. This is a big roll right here.
Wait,
Chris was helping too, right?
how
Yeah,
many
so-
assists-
2.
one.
You've got 2 in attune, right?
I do.
two
Assist,
assists,
So
gambit,
and
and the thingy.
5 dice.
5 dice.
I could push myself too.
You
Wait.
could if you want.
2 and a 2, assist, focus, gambit. Oh yeah, 5.
Is it worth pushing too?
I think
Um,
5 dice is pretty good.
Yeah, I think 5's pretty good.
5 dice
Okay.
gives you a very good chance of not getting a 1 through 3.
Yeah, we say that.
Yeah,
We say that.
you can push yourself if you want. You can push
Knock on
yourself if
some
you
wood
want.
quick.
Yeah, right.
You could also ask for a devil's bargain if you want.
Nah. I don't know what that would be though.
If it doesn't
I
work, the
will
crystal
give
breaks.
you an extra die, but the Legion somehow finds out that you did something to sick the creature on their guys.
I don't know. That doesn't sound like a good
Okay.
That's
You're
fine.
bargain. There it is.
Wow.
Oh, thank God for that last die.
What was the result there?
2, 5, 3, 5, 6.
All right, 6. So the creature starts charging at you, and as you focus your mind on it, you give it this image of these vulnerable guys off in the
So
cargo
tasty.
bay, like you showed an image of it rampaging through the cargo bay onto them, and Like, it comes to a stop in front of you while you're doing this, and then it turns and it shoots down the corridor in the direction you sort of imagined sending it off. So yeah, that's effectively, that's like a critical effect there.
Nice. All right, guys, let's get the fuck out of here.
Oh,
I just
and
grabbed
mark an
Espazon's hand and
Mark an experience in resolve for making a desperate roll.
Nice.
I just grab Espazon's hand and run.
Yep. Yeah, so you guys run to the exit. I assume you don't try to contact the Legion or help them?
Straight to the airlock.
All right, so you go straight there. You get through the airlock. You're onto your ship. You've got the sample. You've got the dock.
Is there a comm? Is there a comm that an open comm with the?
Yeah, you could broadcast over an open comm.
I can just say, guys, watch out! The monster's coming your way.
Can we
Yeah,
scan for their ship?
What do you want to do?
Scan for their ship. It should be nearby, probably.
Yeah, we saw it on the way
Yeah,
in.
you guys scanned it on the way in. You didn't see any life signs on it.
Anyway, we can scrap it for parts.
No.
It's
Take
big.
Does anyone else have a thing in hell?
Nope.
Huh? Nah, I'm not the best. Oh, wait, hold on.
Tyrians used to being chauffeured around, man.
No, I don't have anything in hell.
Really need the thing in hell.
You can say, I'm
I
a
can do a doctor. I can do the doctor.
I'm a
role.
doctor,
Just
not a
hope I-
pilot.
Hope I figure something out. Maybe through all the drugs. Maybe through all the drugs you've taken. You know, I've learned a couple pilot skills from you.
Yeah, there we go.
Can we have a
return.
tractor beam? Can we like tote this thing? Can we? What can we do with it?
So
Just
let's
packs
see.
as high as a kite next to the doctor. So you gotta hit the red button, not the blue button, but the red
The one-
button.
red one's
That
so
one makes you go
self-destruct.
fast.
So with regards to your question, it's a ship that's comparable in size to yours.
Oh,
You
that's
have
good.
a grappling hook, so theoretically you could tow it. It would be very slow to tow it.
Yeah.
And while you didn't think there was anybody alive on board, there might be, and they certainly have like a transponder active.
So I didn't know where it went.
Should we?
But we could board it and say like, we could board it and be like, oh hey, we just came on board and
Kill
we
everybody.
yeah. Well, nobody was left alive on the other ship. It's a very unfortunate thing.
Or what we could do is we tow the ship back to like the nearest 51st Legion outpost and just like tape a little sticky note to the front of it, like with regards the Cerberus crew, and hopefully they're nice to us again.
Yeah,
Or-
right.
or-
They
or
can give us a.
They assume we killed everyone on board and just left that there as like a a dangling head.
Yeah,
very
that'd be like, I'd have to make a fortune roll to decide how they interpret that.
Okay, then I'm comfortable with just leaving them there.
Yeah, I think we just leave it.
If you guys were dead set on trying to salvage the ship, like, we could say maybe you'd tow it, try to tow it somewhere secret, and then you could work on it as a long-term project to disable security measures, part it out.
Well,
something
we-
work.
Didn't we need something that had the capacity our ship had anyway to carry this stuff back and forth? Like,
Very fair.
I mean, there it is. It's right in front of us.
And it wouldn't hurt having a 51st Legion ship in our fucking pocket for future missions.
Yeah,
We do seem to fuck with those guys.
Save the coordinates, and we can come back here and loot it when it's a safer time and we're not in the middle of a mission.
To make sure
Why
we transponder us so they don't track us.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
was going to say. We have to kill the transponder.
Why don't we go on board and see if anyone's there?
Well,
Let's-
somebody should bring the doctor back to our ship.
Let's drag it away first, though, so that this way creature doesn't decide to finish
That sounds good.
making.
Let's say we must remember this thing
Aw, Mike
doesn't seem to be
noticed.
phased by the vacuum.
Yeah, this thing might be on this ship too. There might be.
Grappling hook it.
Hell, it could be on our ship now.
That'd be fun.
No.
Yeah, why do you guys think there's only one?
Yeah, but yeah, maybe that was. We didn't even meet the
Mate.
mama.
Don't do that to us.
Yeah, I'll grappling hook the ship.
Okay.
Okay, so
can we hail the ship and like will anybody answer? Can we?
Yeah, you hail the ship. Nobody answers. Well, while your comms are open, you do receive a whole bunch of screams being broadcast from the 51st Legion squad as they're.
Let's get the ship and get out of here.
Feel
Yeah.
a little bad about that.
Let's go.
Just a
let's
little bit.
I have less effect and -1 die. I have 4 in helm to shoot the grappling hook, so I'll roll 3 dice.
Okay, yeah. So the first thing would be helm to attach the grappling hook. You're shaking your whole computer there.
He's on the desk. Yeah.
Yeah, let's like tow it behind a moon or something, because I don't imagine this thing can move extremely fast in space.
Put in an orbit around some celestial body.
And then we just have to hope we get back and safely without the 51st Legion seeing us towing their ship.
Okay, 5. So you attach the grappling hook. Everything seems stable, but as you're towing it, it applies some unexpected stress to the vessel, and you notice a hull rupture after you apply some thrust and get it moving.
Good.
That actually might actually help us, because if there's anybody on there now, they're not going to be there for long.
Okay.
So there's a small hull breach on the ship. So this is going to be very slow flying. You've got this ship. It's got an active transponder. Do you guys want to try and do something about the transponder now? You want to try and get it to a hiding place?
Are we gonna have to get in our spacesuits, go into this ship, and
Yes.
destroy the transponder? All right, I'm
Yeah.
definitely doing that.
Okay.
Fun.
And we just have to do it while we're towing it, right? Because we're all moving at the same.
Right.
Is
Yeah,
Emmett
you
sticking
can
with
kill the thrust to the Cerberus, and you guys will just be drifting.
Yeah, and we'd all just all right. Time for the space.
Somebody should stay with the doctor and Pax to make sure he doesn't OD while he's piloting.
Do you want Tyrion? Is Tyrion going to stay? Mister, I can't take any more stuff.
If we have communicators, I'm sure that includes video too. Can I like go over to that ship and sort of helmet? Well, not helmet. Like
Yeah, I've got like spy gear, so I'll
Rolling
just like
pilot.
take the little camera and just like pop it on somebody. It's like,
I'll tell the doc how to press the button. I'll like pre-program the Cerberus to do a burn towards our destination, and then I'll go over to the 51st Legion ship and in my spacesuit and fucking and pilot it so we can get to our destination faster. Once we kill the transponder and make sure there's no one else on the ship.
Okay. So I think this is just going to be a couple of rolls to see if anything goes wrong here. So the first is going to be either a rig or hack to get on the ship and then disable the transponder. We'll just call that risky
And
normal
also,
effect.
Chris, with your plan, if I need to roll, I'm a doctor, I have to push myself. So that's going to add 2 more stress, which just puts me up to 8. FYI.
Okay.
So can I change my items around if I'm going into?
Oh
this?
yeah. You're back on the ship now, so you can change your stuff around.
I don't think spacesuit is even.
It's on the bottom. Takes up 2 slots.
No, you don't have to take it because we're on the ship. You just use it.
Yeah, we'll assume that you've got the time to get whatever gear you want. You're not going on a mission here.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
So we'll bring some repair tools
Yeah, I was looking at repair tools too.
and
We'll assume you bring what you need. So you get in your spaceship, you head over. So give me either a hack or a rig to get this transponder disabled safely.
I can hack. I got 2 in that.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's just you, me, and Emmett then?
Tyrion's just on the ship talking with Dr. Lady, being like, I know, I hate ghost fish too.
All right, 2d6. Nice and easy. 3 and a 5.
3 and 5.
Nice.
Okay, so let's see. You killed the transponder, but you are going through the communications logs after doing so, and you notice that once you got underway, the ship got in contact to be pinged by another Legion vessel somewhere, and it returned to ping. This is just a system that they use to make sure their ships know where their other ships are. So the 51st Legion is aware of the ship and where it is and its heading.
So it could trace the vector of where we're going and potentially.
Are we dragging it though?
At
Yes.
this point, right now we are, yeah.
So if we know that, we can change our trajectory for a little bit.
That would be a good idea.
Yes.
That would be a very good idea.
All right, so this sounds like it's pretty tricky. Pax, if you want to take the lead on this, I think it makes sense. What you'll have to do is you'll have to pre-program in a set of maneuvers to the Cerberus and the 51st Legion ship so that they match their headings. Because if you're relying entirely on the grappling hook to tow it, you're going to be far less maneuverable, and it's going to put a lot of stress on the 51st Legion ship.
So disconnect the grappling hook, and I'll go over to the 51st Legion ship in a spacesuit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll pilot that while I relay instructions to Emmett.
I went to the ship.
Oh
I'm still on the Cerberus.
no, I mean like Emmett, you're on the Cerberus, right?
No, I'm on the 51st Legion.
Yeah,
We'll go
Emma
back
came
to-
with me
Well,
and Alex.
this may be after, I think, because we've taken care of the transponder.
Let's not worry about who's where. Just like you'd be pre-programming in some instructions that you could trigger to happen simultaneously on both ships. This would just probably be a helm roll to set that up properly.
Right.
And what we're testing here is to make sure that A, it works, and B, that there isn't anything that goes very badly wrong with that.
Yes. So I have 4 in helm, -1 because I'm concussed still. And any gambits left?
I don't think so.
No, we are out of
No,
gambits.
I used the last one. Sorry.
It was an important roll.
It was for good reason.
It's 9:30.
Yep.
What was I gonna say? So 4 dice. I'm gonna push myself. That's 5 dice -1 for the other thing, right?
Okay.
So I'm back down to 4 to push, and then I'm going to gain 1 dice for Ace Pilot.
What does Ace Pilot do?
Do potency on all speed-related rolls when you roll to resist. Oh, that's resisting consequences. Never mind. Is this a desperate roll? I'm not using a gambit. Never mind. All right, so 4 dice.
Yeah, this is just risky.
6 and a 6, 4 to 2.
All right, critical effect. So
Nice.
that's going to be it. The pre-programmed instructions go off perfectly, and in the end, you stash the Legion vessel in the shadow of a rogue asteroid. So if you guys want to, you have this as sort of an asset in your back pocket. It's going to take some work to get it space-worthy again. I mean, it's got that hull breach, plus it's full of chopped-up Legionnaires, and there was some minor damage from the chopping and the shooting on the inside. So it'll take some work to get it space-worthy again, but you could do that as like a long-term project.
It sounds like a very worthwhile long-term project.
Yeah. It's risky. Like, if you guys end up getting discovered with this, the 51st Legion's gonna fly straight up your asshole.
Yeah, this is gonna be a pretty high priority long term project. We're gonna get this.
But where you've got it stashed for now, it's pretty safe. You don't think anybody's going to come across
So
it.
what sort of compared to the Cerberus, like what sort of upgrades or weapons does this thing have that we don't?
It's comparable in size. It is a tougher vessel, but its communications are less good. They have a pulse cannon on it, or what are they called? I forget what they called. Particle cannon. It's a particle cannon. Theoretically, like if you wanted to, you could salvage that and install it on your ship. That wouldn't be free, but it would cost less than getting a particle cannon. And since particle cannons are kind of not legal, that does go the distance for explaining how you would get your hands on one. So
The transponder that we dismantled, can we turn it back on and so other people think we're a 51st Legion ship for a while and then turn it back off again?
I would rather keep it as secret as possible in that location.
No, I mean just like if that is that a possibility?
To spoof our identity to seem like a
yes. You could, let's say that if you wanted to leave it on the 51st Legion ship, you could turn it on and off anytime you want. If you wanted to transfer it to the Cerberus, so you could potentially use that as something, you could do that. It would just be like a one-time thing. Like once you use it, it's effectively going to be burned when they realize that somebody else has stolen that transponder.
Leave it on the 51st ship.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I think this will be a, like you said, a long-term thing.
But like you could say, as a like if you realized you wanted to have that on a mission as a flashback, I went to the 51st Legion ship and, grab the transponder. It'd be like a one stress flashback. Yeah, I was gonna say it doesn't need a name.
The ship, the 51st Legion ship.
It's our ship now.
Oh, not the original name, but our new name for it.
Yeah.
We should make it something denigrating, because we don't like the 51st Legion.
Well, I mean, it is effectively our new little badass toy.
How about the shipbird, the ace in the hole,
Falcon.
Scrap something. Scrap dog.
I mean, our ship is named the Cerberus. We could name it the Hades.
So what do people like? Bearing in mind that 20 of 10 o'clock. Let's put a pin in that.
Yeah.
Well, we've secured it, so I guess we can head back to the Guild of Engineers, right?
Yep.
Yes.
All right, so you guys head back. You are instructed to drop the sample and the doctor off on Indri at a guild facility there. Back on your ship, Thale Karat contacts you and congratulates you on a job well done. He says he has earmarked a set of lab equipment like you described. And he is transferring you the funds, so 5 credits in total, so like 1 to each of you. So go ahead and mark that off on your sheet.
We get the lab equipment and the creds.
Yes, yeah. So like if you guys didn't do the lab equipment, it'd be 10 credits in total, but the lab equipment effectively sets you back 5.
So we each get 1 credit, 1 cred. Sweet.
So you've got the lab equipment to be delivered somewhere at your direction and discretion. So when you're ready, you can let him know, and he will have it sent where you want it. So let's move into the downtime stuff.
Or mobile lab. Is that the 51st Legion ship could be like the mobile lab?
Or
Cook lab.
fucking Breaking Bad RV.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then, you know what's funny about that is my notes on how to handle your little cooking operation was it's just titled Jesse, we need to cook.
Perfect. We're on the same page with that then.
Yeah. So we'll move into the downtime operation. Where do you guys want to do your downtime? You could stay on Injury. You could head back to Amarath. You could go somewhere else.
Doesn't matter to me.
I don't remember Injury. I don't know Injury. So.
Injury is actually kind of a not super nice system or planet. It's very heavily industrialized and there's a lot of pollution.
Whatever place we don't have a lot of heat in.
Well, we just gotta.
Well, both of these are in.
Simply to find where to get the raw materials for Entropazine.
Yeah, I was going to say, why don't we set up shop where we can get the stuff to make the stuff?
There's an argument to be made for either Injury, like if you don't want to jump systems, Amarath, Injury would both be good. There's also Lithios. Lithios, probably not. It's a frontier ice planet. It's not probably going to have what you're looking for in terms of ready-made chemicals.
Tyrion does not do the coal.
Yeah, so Injury or
Amarath.
Amarath. You guys like Amarath? And like, if anybody wants to do any more recovery rolls, if you're on Amarath, you get an extra die for recovery rolls while you're there because of the presence of the mendicants.
Yeah, sure, because I get -1 at the moment, so right?
Yeah, you'll probably want to get that taken care of this downtime.
Yeah.
So the recovery roll, that's to get rid of harm, right?
Yes. Yeah, you fill up a clock that will get rid of the harm.
Can't Mr. Doctor cure
You get
me?
an extra dice. You get an extra dice for me for recovery rolls.
Yeah, he will. No, you'd actually make it using Emmett's doctor rating, so you'd be rolling a lot of dice. But what he can do is, and what we should have probably thought to have done at the beginning of the session was just say, as a flashback, Emmett treats Pax's concussion so that he can ignore the effects of that for this mission.
There you go.
That's what we
Alright.
should have done, and we'll have to remember that next time.
That's fine. He doesn't mind. It's a nice little twist.
He's used to altered states.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are heading back to Amarath. You guys got your credits. Heat for this operation. I'm gonna say, like, it would have been 1 for the ship there. Just what happened there. It was pretty low exposure. But you stole a 51st Legion ship. You're gonna take a couple
one
extra
survived.
heat on that.
But nobody sees it. Yeah, that's a good point.
Nobody survived to tell the tale.
Right, but its absence is very conspicuous.
Way creatures and way creatures.
Wake creatures just demolished it and it floated off into space.
Yeah.
So this is going to be an extra 2 on top of the 1. So your heat in the IOTA system is up to 7. When it hits 8, you'll have a wanted level of 1 in IOTA.
Oh.
Be wanted by the 51st.
So wanted level doesn't relate to a specific faction. It's just how notorious you are, how likely someone is to look closely at you, and how likely you are to have the complications that you get be worse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like the fucking bounty hunter.
Yeah, like the bounty hunter shows up on the wanted level 2 table, and the only reason you got that is I rolled a 6 when I was rolling on the level 1 table, which bumps you up 1 table.
Gotcha.
So that's Shit, I lost my place. Okay, yeah, so that's heat. Upkeep. Are you guys paying the 1 credit to upkeep the ship?
We have. Do we have any credit in there? No, we don't.
You could donate 1 Pax.
Owe me credit, so why don't you just use that? to
No,
pay for the ship?
I don't owe you jack, son.
You owe
and
Pat.
you're the primary one who pilots this ship, so it would make sense that you would pay for the upkeep, because Tyrion, if we remember from session 0, is the one that procured the Cerberus in the first place.
Do you guys want to rotate through and take turns with it?
Sure, and I vote for Tyrion to go first.
I vote for Pax to go first. All in favor of Pax, raise a hand.
Oh
I
boy.
vote the shit.
Any other hands?
Let's figure out another way.
We
There's
got
2.
I'll pay it first. I don't just
You're
whatever.
a good person, Alex.
All right, let's. So go ahead and put something on the Cerberus's sheet regarding a upkeep rotation.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Tyrion's
And-
got like a whole 5 cred to his name, 3 of which are in a stash.
Better than
have
me.
like-
I have
I
one.
have like 8. Yeah, how's that?
I spent a
Um,
bunch of mine, so
they-
I only
Because
have
Tyrion
They
keeps on dropping
spent-
cred to get shit.
Yeah, they also all of you spent a lot of money last session.
I know.
So anyway, that's upkeep. Entanglement. So I rolled your entanglement in advance so that I'd be familiar with what it is. So your entanglement is interrogated. Local law enforcement has taken an interest in you, and one of you is taken in to been taken in to get grilled. Does anybody in particular think that it should be them that gets taken in, or
I think
should
it
we just
should be
roll?
our pilot?
Roll the dice.
All right, somebody roll a d6 for me.
Or someone, maybe someone like the crew just pushes someone into the fray. I don't know.
I vote Pax.
Pax.
Nice.
Tyrion will freely walk off the ship and go with the law enforcement.
Okay.
That's probably a better idea.
Yeah, if Tyrion's going in, so the way this works is system officers round up one of the PCs to question them about the crew's crimes. How did they manage to capture you?
What planet did we land on again?
You stopped at Indri to drop off and do the payoff. But you went to Amarath, so theoretically it could be either of those places.
Okay, let's say that we were followed from Indri,
Okay.
and then upon landing, they sat down and just like, we'd like to talk to you.
So who's bringing you in? Is this like System Police, 51st Legion?
System police.
Okay. So the IOTA System Police bring you in. So either you can pay them off with 2 cred, because of course you can pay them off, or they sweat it out of you. You'll take level 2 harm, and you tell them what they want to know, so that's going to be an additional 2 heat. You can resist each of those consequences as you would normally. Those are the options here. If you want a different option, run it past me. We'll see what works.
See, Tyrion was gonna try and sweet talk his way out of this because that's what he always does. And I'm gonna be real with you, that's the reason why I walked off the ship, because I was hoping that 3 and Sway would do something, but it doesn't sound like it would.
So what we can do is, if you want, we can say you try to keep your composure while they're interrogating you. You'll still be exposed to the harm, which you can attempt to resist, but you probably shouldn't if you've got 8 stress. you can attempt. You can. So you'd take 2 harm, but you could roll sway to convince them that you really don't know anything and avoid the heat.
I'll do that.
But if you fail, they're going to go a little too hard on you, and actually, if you fail, I think no, that's not going to be extra damage. If you fail, you'll end up taking the 2 heat anyway.
Okay. So, level 2 harm.
Tuned up.
Tuned up.
So, go ahead and roll me that sway.
My computer is being weird. I'll just go and type it in a second. All right. 3d6. That's a 2. That's a 6. That's 3.
Okay. So, yeah, you convince them that you don't know anything. They ask about some activity at a drug lab. You don't know anything about that. They ask about missing 51st Legion ship. You've never heard of a 51st Legion ship.
Definitely don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
What's the 51st Legion?
Yeah, what's the 51st Legion?
Criminals.
You hear about, they ask you about the death of a bounty hunter. You don't know shit. And they, by the end of it, they're really frustrated because they didn't get anything out of you. So they eventually let you go. You've got your harm, and that sucks, but they didn't get anything out of you.
So what is tuned up? Just like,
Oh, it's an expression for just getting the shit kicked out of you.
gotcha.
Yeah, they grabbed my nipples and they were trying to find the right frequency.
Tokyo.
No, they're just going to
Tokyo.
beat on him while they ask questions. Enhanced interrogation. With brass knuckles. So that's the entanglement. Let's go into downtime. Tyrion, you just took a beating for the crew. What do you want to do?
Harry, grab it underneath me.
Fucking
Fury
rodents.
birds.
Do meat.
Tyrion would like to first indulge in his vice.
Okay.
I can deal with harm if it comes to it, but stress,
Yep.
I forget. It's
So you roll a number of dice equal to your lowest attribute.
so
So actually, insight's going to be 2 when you take the worst.
God damn it. I just realized a thing
What?
that I did the wrong stress roll last time I reduced stress. I used prowess for that one last time.
Okay.
Well, here's to me continuously fucking up the rules, guys.
It's a learning process.
Of course, you'd go flying off the fucking desk. Okay, that one was a 5 and the other one was a 2. I'm just going to see if I roll a 1 on this one.
Okay.
No, it's another 2.
Okay. So it was destined to be a 2. Remove 2 stress.
Yay.
All right, Emmett, what are you up to?
I'm going to indulge my vice as well, too. I got 6 stress. I'd like to get rid of some of those.
Okay. Sorry, I forgot to ask Tyrion, what did you do?
Now, what does Tyrion do?
If you want to think on it, you can tell us when we come back to you for your next one. Okay. Emmett, you're up.
That's a 5.
All right. Remove 5 stress. That's a nice little load off your mind there.
Yes, it is.
Well, what did you do that was so relaxing?
He was making souffles. He kind of got back on the
Souffles?
dessert kick. A little more fancy than the chocolate chip cookies, so he decided to make a souffle for the chocolate souffle for the crew.
Nice.
Added a little bit of the good stuff for PAX, so we'd have a nice night's sleep.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Doug.
You think I can change my vice?
Yeah.
I had it set to stupor, but I think it might be more fitting for it to be gambling.
Okay.
And with that in mind, I think I'm also going to partake in my
Alright.
vice to relieve some stress.
Do you want to play our gambling mini game where you actually put up enough money that you might lose something or gain something?
Yeah,
All right. So how much do you want to bet?
I'll bet 1 credit.
1 credit. Okay. So go ahead and make your vice roll.
So how does that work again?
So we look at your lowest attribute. So it's the attribute that has the fewest number of skills that have points in it. So that would be insight because you only have hack there. So that's 1. So you roll
Okay.
1 die.
Hey, break for control for a sec. On my second monitor, I have the Google Doc open,
Mhm.
but it's like full screen, and I don't have access to any of the like. I want to minimize it, but I can't. I don't see any tabs in Opera.
F11.
Hold Alt F4.
Thank you. Genius.
Alt delete.
Alt Enter will usually pull something out of full screen mode.
I didn't do it.
Mm.
But I'm
You tried turning it off and turning it back on again.
1d6. Here we go.
Yep.
I got a 2.
2. Okay. Somebody else give me a d6 roll.
a 1.
Seriously, did you roll a 1?
I rolled a 1.
All right.
You lucky bastard.
You clear 2 stress and you win a credit.
That's great news.
Lucky bastard.
Yeah, I am a lucky bastard. All right.
Pax, what you up to?
I'm gonna stumble into Emmett's office and ask him to fix this. It hurts.
All right, so we're making a recovery roll.
Yeah.
All right, so that's going to be 2 for Emmett's doctor skill, another 1 for the physiker skill he has, and another 1 for being on Amarath. So a big 4.
Do I get -1 because of the concussion or no?
No.
One, 1, 1, 6.
Okay, so
Fucking nuts.
hold on, let me double check real quick
Okay.
exactly how much that removes.
I forgot that my little plastic vampire dice is over here. It was on the floor.
5, 6.
I've been working my metal one too much. That's why it's not giving me amazing rolls like it used to.
All right, so you mark 3 segments on your clock there for recovering. You already had 2, so it looks like you only need 1 more. So any recovery roll, regardless of the results, will help you out.
Mark 3, but I only have 2. Wouldn't I get rid of the 2?
No, sorry, you're trying to fill the clock. You were at 2 already, so you're adding 3 more, and then once you get to 6, you clear your conditions. The level 1 is removed automatically just by doing a recovery roll.
Okay. Oh man, that lasts a while, huh?
Yeah, it seems a little punitive, but I guess the idea is to encourage people to resist.
So I do my next long-term project, it'll be easier to get rid of harm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Lyndon, what do you do?
I can try to take some of the heat off of us in this sector, just because we're up to 7.
All right, so you're gonna lay low for the IOTA system.
Mhm.
Alrighty.
I couldn't remember the name of the action.
Yep. So we don't have a wanted level here. So this would just.
I have to be in not the IOTA system, the place where we have 7.
You want to do it for Rin?
Yeah.
So
Do you have to be in that system to do that?
No. So what you do is you just tell me what you're doing to try and take the heat off of us. So currently in the Rin system, we have a wanted level of 1.
What's the place that we had a wanted level of 7? Where was that?
No. So there's 2 things. So there's heat, and then there's a wanted level. If heat gets up to 8,
that's right. Then it
gets erased, wanted. And you go up by 1 wanted level. Currently, you're wanted level 0 in Holt, IOTA, and the other one that I don't remember the name of that you haven't been to yet, and you're wanted level 1 in Rin.
So for Rin, if I lay low, does that bring wanted back down to heat again? How does that work?
So there's a clock for clearing a wanted level. I believe it's. I will find it in a sec.
Yeah,
you already have.
If it's going to stall the game, that's so fine.
It's important to know. So so it's an 8 clock to remove a wanted level, and you have one. You guys have marked 1 segment on that clock so far.
Okay. And so would laying low mark more, or we just have to do other things? To
laying low. Laying low is the only way to reduce a wanted level or heat.
Okay. I didn't know if there was other stuff that we could do. Okay.
Yeah. So you pick the system you want to do it in, and you reduce your heat in that system by 2, and you make a roll to find out how much of the clock you mark off, and it's an 8 clock.
Okay.
If you guys want to hang out in IOTA a little longer, if you want to do your big cooking project there, maybe laying low for IOTA would be good because it would clear a couple heat and potentially avoid going up a wanted level because you're currently at 7. When you get to 8, it goes up to 1 level 1. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that on IOTA then. I thought, okay.
Yep. Okay, so that will clear 2 heat. IOTA's heat level is back to 5.
And I will say that. What was the name of Emmett's guy that he was fighting against?
Lieutenant Albin.
Yeah, so I'll just that's what I can do to throw heat off is just say that I've heard rumors that Lieutenant Albin is trying to sell scraps from derelict 51st Legion ship.
Cool.
Fuck you, Lieutenant Albin.
Yeah, you spread some rumors in the right ears.
Nice.
All right, Tyrion, what's your next downtime action?
Well, after spending the wee hours of the morning in a nice little hookah bar, very ornate pillows here and there, people passing around gold-pressed latinum like it's candy bars, Tyrion is going to start wrapping his broken-ass ribs.
Okay. So you're going to make a recovery roll?
Yes, though.
All right, so this will be 4 dice.
Okay. I have never done a recovery roll before, so here's 2. 1 and a 6.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the metal dice rolled a 6, and the plastic die rolled a 1, so I don't know why I put any faith into that little piece of shit. 2 and a 1.
Okay.
The plastic dice rolled a 1 fucking twice.
It's fired.
So
So
it's going for Bailey's dice jail.
go ahead and mark 3 segments on your recovery clock.
Yay.
And so you've still got that harm there. You could maybe buy an action later if you wanted to, but
I may
Emmett,
or may not.
I'm going to start
What you
I'm going to start a long-term project on that healing solve that we have.
Okay.
To try and produce more of it. At least figure out how to make it so we can produce more of it.
Okay, so first this would be either doctor or study to try and gain the schematic. So once you gain the schematic, then you can make a crafting roll to reproduce it.
All right. That's a 2 dice in either. That's a 2 and a 1.
Okay,
Man.
so this will be, you'll mark one segment on this clock. I think it's going to be a 6 clock.
Okay.
You're scrutinizing this stuff, but it smells a little overpowering and leads you to identify one of the chemical components in it wrong, which wastes a bunch of your time and forces you to start over. So you only make one so far.
So I've made one, or like we have the
No,
one that we're
so-
researching.
We're marking off segments to see.
Oh, okay, so I made one segment. Okay.
Yeah, one segment on a 6 clock to gain the schematic for the healing solve.
Okay.
All right, so that's one big X. Okay. Doug, what you doing?
See if I can enlist the help of my pilot comrade. How you doing? You know, I've been working on this project. I got this. Remember that defense drone that bounty hunter had?
Yeah.
I almost have it fixed. I'm on 7 out of 8 on the repair clock. I got all the software.
You're at 5 out of 8.
Oh, I thought I was at. Oh man, still pretty close.
Yeah, you made a lot of progress last time. I think you got a critical success there.
But so I've done all the hacking I can do on this. I need some good rig rolls, basically, to really get this thing fixed and working for us again. And I'm sure you can recall how badass that guy was with that device. So if we had that, I'm sure it'd be worth your time for the next dangerous mission. So what do you say?
Sure.
Sweet.
All right, so you can make the roll using Pax's rig skill.
Excellent. So
which
what
is that 1 or 2?
2.
Okay.
Nice. 2d6. 4 and a 6.
6. Okay, that thing's done. So you have a fully functional repair drone. You had to cannibalize some parts from one to get the other working.
Or defense drone.
Defense drone, yeah.
Very cool.
Nice.
Um,
Can we test it? Can you shoot me with your rifle, and I'll have it activated, floating around, and just goes. Bing!
So
Totally
what we can do is, if you want to bring the repair drone along on a mission, or repair drone, I don't know why I said that, the defense drone, if you want to bring the drone along, it will act like armor. So you can use it to resist a physical damage. So something that you would resist with prowess, you just check it off for the mission, and it has resisted that harm.
Is it only usable once?
Yeah, it's not as good as it used to be. Like, this was a top of the line product before, and it's amazing that you got it as fixed as you did. But basically, you're getting a free set of armor on every mission that you can use for yourself, or you can send it out to protect one of your allies nearby.
All right. Pretty sweet.
Aid protocol from XCOM 2.
Yes. I've been playing that again recently with a shitload of mods, and man, it is wild.
What is it?
XCOM 2?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What make the mod? Yeah. Well, what are the mods for XCOM?
Oh, complete redesign of all the character classes, adding a buttload of new enemies, fixing a bunch of bugs, all sorts of shit. Some graphical user interface improvements. Like, there were over 100 mods that I've got applied to it.
That's an older game.
Yeah. It's wild. Anyway, so yeah, you've got your 8 protocol droid.
That ends my
Yep.
thing.
Pax, what you doing?
He's going to indulge in his vice.
Okay. Are you going gambling, or are you just getting high?
Both.
Okay.
I
Um,
gamble.
Why not?
Yeah. Yep. So going gambling. So that's 3, right?
I'm sorry.
3 dice.
No. So this would be a normal vice roll. So you would roll 1 die.
To go gambling.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's right. All right. So yeah. So I'm betting 3 though.
Betting 3, big spender.
Always. 5.
Wow.
5. Okay. Somebody else roll a d6 for me. Liam.
It fell off the desk. That's a 6.
Oh,
Shit.
I'll take I'll take the other one.
Well, on the floor, it's a 2.
If it doesn't hit the desk, it doesn't count. I'm sorry. So Pax, yeah, you lose 3, but you clear 5 stress. You had a lot of fun losing that money.
Yeah, it did.
really high. Really enjoy it.
I can hear Viva Las Vegas playing in the background.
Yep, exactly. So yeah, you remove the full 5 there. You get a note from your creditors saying they expect another payment soon. So either this downtime or next downtime, you're gonna have to pay 2 credits to erase one of your debt.
That'll be next time.
All right, so I will mark that down.
Fire.
All right, and Lyndon.
I'll try to advance the clock on finding the other research that I had done a couple times ago about finding the Ur relic.
Yep. Yeah, go for it.
Do you have to do study? Is that
It's whatever skill you think is appropriate and that we can agree on.
I'm thinking like study or attune.
Yeah,
I don't
both
know.
of those would be reasonable.
Maybe attune then.
Yeah, go for it. You consult the spirits of the way and whatnot.
City, gonna set my soul. 5 and a 3.
5. That's mixed success. So you will mark 2 more segments on that. You are now
Okay.
at 4 out of 6.
Sweet.
So you got a good chance of finishing that off. Next roll is going to have to be something other than a tune, though. So probably study, but that's her call.
Okay. You're
Alright.
talking about like next time or
Or next time you roll on this.
gotcha. Because that concludes everybody's downtime stuff, right?
Yeah. I meant the next time you end up doing that long-term project. So, Tyrion has 1 more action that you can use for acquire asset or lay low. Are you banking that, or are you doing something?
Actually, would I be able to drop a credit to buy another action?
Yes, actually, yes. I want to remind everybody you can drop another credit to buy another action if you want.
And remind me the way that the stash works, I have to burn a credit to take one out.
Technically, yes. We've been playing that very fast and loose. This is a game that causes you to spend a lot more than Blades in the Dark, which it's based on. Which I think, I just treat the stash as something that's not your bank account, not like physical assets that you then have to liquidate.
Okay, so like the 4 credit is like what we have in our pocket and like missions, but like downtime we can just freely access the.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that, and I don't have a good way to deal with it because I think the game really wants you to spend a lot more credit. I don't know. I think if we tried this again, I might enforce that more strictly, but for right now, don't worry about it.
I'll go ahead and burn the credit just to.
No. Nobody else has been doing that, and
I think this is reparations for me at least for. Fucking
for
up
the trauma.
and the
Yeah,
stress.
that's okay. Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
so
burn it on
this-
this one.
Yeah, this is me trying to make up for that. And for this, I'm gonna try and clear more stress
Okay.
to take the lower 3.
3. Okay, yeah. So go ahead and
Really
pull
shitty
3
because-
stress off.
Because this goddamn dice was not rolling 6s for me, and it's rolled a 6 for me twice during downtime. So I take off 3 stress.
Yep.
Okay, that puts me back down to 3, which is more comfortable for me.
Yep.
And then I would like to. I've usually been pocketing the acquire assets, but I'll put this up to the group. Do we want to pocket and acquire asset, or do we want to reduce some heat?
Reduce heat.
Yeah, I think produce heat. We're already wanted in one system anyway.
Yeah, probably bring it down.
A wanted man in 12 systems.
It sounds like we got 3 for reduce heat.
All right, so you're gonna lay low for the iota system. That will bring us down to 3 heat there, so that's a lot more comfortable.
Yeah, I would like
Yeah.
to do that.
All right, that's that.
I'll spend a credit to take another action.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, spending a credit to gamble 3 more credits.
Oh my
Ooh.
goodness.
Ooh,
Of course.
living on the edge.
Yeah.
A 2. Someone roll a 1.
I will
Okay.
roll my shitty plastic die because that's been rolling bad recently.
As you get a 6.
I'm gonna go ahead and knock on wood for that.
What is it? Tell me what it is.
Don't keep us in suspense.
4.
4. Oh, this has not been Pax's day.
1.
Ouch.
I'm sorry, Max. What would if I rolled the?
3. Yeah.
That's a 5. So okay.
Now look how much credit I have.
Yikes. Yikes.
Uncle Gino in the corner cracking his knuckles.
Big rip.
I'm gonna hit you until money falls out.
Hello, Mr. Piggy Bank.
All right, so we can call it here for tonight, or we can start planning our next job. I don't know what people are feeling.
Experience?
Yeah, XP and probably call it.
Okay.
That makes sense.
All right. Sounds good. All right, let's look at the ship first.
Another hour of notes in before I go to bed.
That's awful.
Executed a successful extraction operation. Yes, so
Yeah,
Mark
yeah.
1 XP. That's
That's
gonna
from Cerberus.
That's going to fill up that chart. You guys can think about what you want to do with that advancement, and we'll come back to it next time.
What kind of toys do we get?
Gun, actually.
We have the cannon from the other ship, so.
Is that like marked like 51st Legion?
Yeah, right. We can
Yeah,
paint over it.
we'll talk about that next time. I think
Okay.
that would be like you would not have to use your upgrade to get that. Like if you wanted to use an upgrade to get particle cannons out of nowhere, we could do that and maybe add like an extra roll or two to source it. But you can use a level up on the ship to add a new system, add to any of your ship systems, to add a module, or to add one of the skills that are up here under the special abilities. So take a look at those. That's your homework. And we'll discuss at the next one. Just a sec. I will remember to ask next time. All right.
And Tyrion reduces heat in the same manner as he did last time, except he stays there even later.
Yeah. Okay. Contended with a challenge above your current station. That was a very scary way creature, so let's say yes. I'm going to mark an experience. Bolster your crew's reputation or developed a new one. What do you guys think?
We did a good job covering our trail, although we did still take 3 heat for it. So I think, especially with the altercation with the law enforcement.
That was our second mission for the Guild of Engineers, right?
Yes.
I mean, we probably bolstered our reputation.
Okay, yeah.
We succeeded. I mean,
Yeah, just like more people know about us now. Like the cops, the Legion, engineers.
Definitely got a lot of people's attention.
Yeah.
Express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew.
Yeah, we totally left those guys behind and didn't save them when we said we would, and that.
Yeah, that's some conflict. There were arguments about who owed what credits. I'm gonna mark 2 for this because there were several examples. So you guys are well on your way to your next level there. That's good.
Booyah.
All right, Lyndon.
Yep.
Addressed a tough challenge with wisdom or the way.
I attuned to turn off the way beast.
Yep, you were also using the way to learn more about it, so mark 2 for that. You expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
I don't know that I did that. I can't recall anything anyways.
Okay. You struggled with issues from your vice or traumas during the session.
Not trauma, and I didn't really know.
Okay.
Nope.
All right.
I did get a playbook XP though. I did cap that out though, max that out.
Okay. Yeah. So you can use that to take a new special ability.
I can still have kinetics. I just add another one.
Yep. Yeah. You add a different one, so you could.
Nice. That's exciting.
Yeah. Let's see. Pax.
Yes.
Address a challenge with speed or flare.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. I think at the end, double sixes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely some flare there. I might say 2. Take 2 for that because there was also blasting that bulkhead to try and give you some space from the creature. That was definitely there was some flair involved in that. Doing it with a blaster rather than some tools.
Mm-hmm.
So take 2 for that. Express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
I don't think so. I don't think it's it. And that's something I want to pay attention to the next session. Is I don't think anyone's really gained experience from that one specifically.
Yeah, there.
I actually think you may have gotten one. You shoved your hand down that woman's throat. That's got to show something of that, right? Your belief that you just don't give a fuck.
Well, no, I do give a fuck. I was trying to, shut her the fuck up so we don't die.
Okay, so that could go to your drives, right?
Yeah. Really, our drives for the entire crew at the moment is we want to stay alive and make money.
Yeah.
And I think
That was going to be my argument.
Yeah, we've progressively got more and more like we don't care.
Yeah,
Because like
you
you guys
guys.
started out with like a lot of scruples, and then Tyrion, he's like, he didn't even bat an eye when we left the Legion. He was just like, we got our shit, let's go.
So,
Yeah, so take one for that one. And you struggled with issues from your vice or traumas during the session. I'm going to say take 2 for that because you lost 6 fucking credits and popped a pill in the middle of the mission. So, yeah,
Yeah.
take 2 experience for that. Tyrion addressed a tough challenge with deception or influence.
The only time that I really did anything on mission was when I kind of talked down the 51st Legion that was stranded on there. The 51st Legion, when they were stranded on the ship.
Okay. Mark 1 then.
This one.
Express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
I referenced the Tyrion didn't bat an eye when initially, like
Yeah.
in the beginning of the game, he had like high morals. Like I gave my word. We need to do this. Tyrion is now just like Tyrion wants to clean his pants and get the fuck off the ship.
Okay, yeah, take an experience for that.
Okay, 2.
Struggled with issues from your vice or traumas. I don't think so.
No, but I think the more and more I'm gonna start clearing stress, the later and later he's gonna stay out at those like hookah bars.
Mm-hmm.
Just because like he is now spending more time amongst like that crowd than on the ship nowadays.
Okay. Like, this is one of those things where, like, if there's a way that it negatively impacts you during the session, that generates XP for you.
Roger.
All right. Emmett.
2 XP.
A tough challenge with insight or compassion. I'd say take 2 here. There was calming the woman down, and there were some good study rolls there that gave us important information.
All right. Beliefs, drives, heritage, background. I don't know. It's kind of a stretch, but like, I feel like Emmett got kind of pissed when Pax shoved his hand down the woman's throat. Like, he still believes, like, yeah, we need to get off the ship. We got to do what we need to do, but you can do it without actually shoving like a fist down someone's throat. Like, you can actually still talk to somebody and.
Yeah, take an experience for that.
All right.
Struggled
fisting.
with issues from vice or traumas. I don't think so.
Nope.
All right. And Doug. Addressed a tough challenge with charm or audacity.
Maybe when I was talking to the 51st Legion
Yep, you
guys,
definitely
and they were
charmed them
trying
there.
to get all mutinous.
Yep, that works.
Sweet.
Was there another example to get you another one?
I don't think I sweet talked anybody else this time.
Okay. Express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
I think it's coming through that my character's pretty greedy.
Okay.
And I think I was very interested in I was all for kind of betraying those guys and stealing their ship and cashing in on every possible thing we could, and then probably gambling it away. But
Yep.
still,
Yeah. Take that's actually a bunch of good examples. Take 2 there.
sweet.
All right. So
So I picked up a special ability because I mentioned on my playbook XP.
Yep.
I took a side job.
Okay.
After losing that much credit, I can spend a downtime activity in port doing odd jobs, gain 1 credit. If there's rumors floating about, the GM will tell you about them.
Not bad.
yeah,
What is the side job?
they're odd jobs.
Just odd jobs.
And blowjobs.
Different every time. Yeah, probably.
Those are a job. They can get kind of odd. All right, so that does it for that stuff. So, we good to go for next Friday?
Next Friday, I may or may not be DMing a game for my old group because we've been talking a lot, and we got 2 out of the 4 players saying yes to next Friday.
Okay.
I still need to get the 2 other confirmations. If I don't, by like Wednesday, I'll let you guys know.
Okay. Are you okay if we drive on without you?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I assume it works for everybody else, assuming nothing comes up. All right.
Yeah.
We will plan on next Friday. Hopefully we'll see Liam, but if not, we'll get you next time. All right. Have a good one, fellas. This was fun.
Yeah. Good. Thanks for running it, man.
Yeah.
And planning.
Of course.
Also, Nate, one quick question just
Yeah.
about like XP stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have like the bars full up yet. Can I take like an XP and move it into another?
Did you put it
in like the track?
Did you put those in tonight?
I put the 2 in tonight, but I have like 1 in the playbook and I have 1 in the resolve track. I can't take any out of the prowess one because I used like the training gym, so those were like locked.
Yeah,
and I don't know
if they're
the other one.
experience points that you got from that end of the session experience, and you want to move them somewhere else, go ahead. If
Okay,
there's something you got from doing like a desperate roll, that has to go into that particular track, so you can't move that.
Yeah. So the only ones that I can do there are the resolve and the playbook track.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do desperate rolls tonight, right?
You had 1, but I think I reminded you to do it then. Or no, that was Mike. Never mind. Yeah. You guys managed to keep it controlled or risky for the most of the session.
Yeah,
All right.
the only reason I asked that is because I want at least one thing in insight so I don't have to do disadvantage stress rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Just so I don't, fuck that up by mistake in the future.
All right, gentlemen.
Have a good night, guys.
It was fun.
Yes.
Have a good one.
Guys.